And we are America's election headquarters. In Virginia, Republicans took control of the state Senate, a big win for them. It raises questions about which way the Old Dominion state will go in 2012. Remember, Virginia went for President Obama in 2008. Let's talk about it with Stuart Rothenberg. He is a columnist for Roll Call and editor of the Rothenberg Political Report. So reading the tea leaves based on this vote yesterday, Republicans really wanted that Virginia legislature, and apparently they got it. What does it mean for the president a year from now?
Well, for the Republicans in the short term, it means they're going to draw the congressional districts for Virginia to protect some Republicans. But looking forward a year down the road in the presidential race, John, let's remember that the outcome in the Senate in Virginia is now 2020, and the Republicans control it because they have a lieutenant governor who can break ties. So 2020, in my books, isn't an overwhelming indicator of strength for one party or the other. I think we still have to consider Virginia a very competitive race, a toss-up for the next presidential, maybe give the Republicans a slight advantage as long as the mood is still generally for change and as long as voters are still unhappy with the president's performance, particularly on the economy.
Yeah, and speaking of that, the Gallup organization took a poll, a recent poll, as to how voters are feeling about the president and his economic performance. On the economy, 2/3 of the country disapproves of the job he's doing. Only 30% approves. Pretty tough to get reelected with numbers like those, unless those change, Stuart.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard. We call that the president being upside down with higher disapproval numbers than approval numbers. It's not supposed to be that way if you're a politician. So I think what it means is the president has to change what the election is about. And this isn't the first time your viewers will have heard this, but the White House has to change this from a referendum on Barack Obama's performance, particularly on jobs and the economy, to a choice. And he's got to portray the Republicans as intransigent. They're stopping progress. They won't allow him to improve the economy, to create jobs. He's got to make it more of a referendum on the Republicans, who he's going to brand as Tea Party and extreme. If he can do that, he has a chance. If it's about his performance over the past 3.5 years, then he has a difficult time.
So that may be reflected in this poll, the Wall Street Journal NBC News poll, which asks voters, do you think the country is on the wrong track or the right track? 73% say we're headed in the wrong direction. So what you're saying is that if the president can successfully ascribe the blame for that wrong direction to anybody other than him, he might stand a chance.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great poll question. I use it all the time. A number of surveys use it. It's about the mood. And the mood right now is negative, pessimistic, angry, disappointed. People have different kinds of particular emotions, but they're all, they all feel worried, afraid. The right track, wrong direction not only measures the mood now, but where people think we're going. And if the president could just turn the corner on some of this, on jobs and the economy, we could still be in a hole, but people would think we're headed in the right direction. As long as the wrong track numbers are that high, it's very difficult for any incumbent, Republican or Democrat.
Yeah, when virtually 3 out of 4 say we're headed in the wrong direction, that's tough to turn around. Stuart Rothenberg, Rothenberg Political Report. Thank you.
Sure.